Good morning, children. Our next lesson in geography is maps. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about differences between a globe and a map, classification of maps, and the important components of a map. First one is differences between a globe and a map. A globe is a three-dimensional model of the earth. A map is a two-dimensional representation of the earth. Globes show very few details. Maps can show large amounts of detail. Globes show the shapes and sizes of countries accurately. The shapes and sizes of countries get distorted in a map. One can view only a part of the world at a glance on a globe. One can view the entire world at a glance in a world map. It is inconvenient to carry a globe. It is easy to carry maps. Next one is classification of maps. Maps serve different needs of map users. Therefore, maps vary in content. Maps are divided into two types, based on use and based on scale. Based on use, again they divided into political maps, physical maps, thematic maps, topographic maps, cadastral maps, defense maps, revenue maps, etc. Based on scale, maps are again divided into two types, large scale maps and small scale maps. Cadastral maps and topographic maps are example for large scale maps. Atlas maps are example for small scale maps. Let us learn some more about some of the more frequently used maps. First one is a physical map. Physical maps show natural features like mountains, plateaus, hills, plains, etc. They are also known as relief maps. Next one is a political map. Political maps show cultural features like countries and states, districts, cities, towns and villages. Next one is a thematic map. Thematic maps show specific information. They deal with a single theme like distribution of rainfall, population, industries, crops, etc. In this map, they marked top 10 rice producing states in the year 2011 to 2012. Next one is a cadastral map. They are village maps which show trees, fields, streams, settlements, village schools, temples, etc. Next one is the important components of a map. One of the the important components of a map are scale, direction and symbol. First one is scale. One of the main purposes of a map is to show the distances between places accurately. To ensure that this is done effectively, the distance on the ground is graphically reduced on the basis of a scale. The scale of a map can be represented in different ways. First one is verbal or statement scale. A verbal scale describes the scale in words. For example, 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 1 kilometer on the ground. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. Next one is linear or graphic scale. A linear scale is one where the scale of the map is represented by a straight line with uniformly spaced divisions. The division on the extreme left of the scale is further graduated to show the subdivisions of the main unit of measure. Next one is representative fraction. A representative fraction represents the scale of a map in terms of a fraction or a ratio between the distance on the map and the actual distance on the land. Maps are also classified as large scale maps and small scale maps. City maps are example for large scale maps and world map is example for small scale maps. Large scale maps cover smaller land area on the map. Small scale maps cover larger land area on the map. Large scale maps provide a great deal of detail. Small scale maps provide small amount of details. Next important component of a map is direction. The four principal directions are north, east, south and west are indicated as arrowheads on a map. They are called cardinal points. The mariner's compass is an instrument used to find the direction on a ship. Its magnetic needle always points towards the north. Next one is symbols. In a map, symbols are concrete representations of real life objects. Therefore, generally, the symbols look very similar to the real life features they represent. So, even people who are not literate can understand the common signs and symbols used in a map. Next one is colors. Colors used in a map make the map look good and also provide definite information. Different colors are used to indicate specific features. For example, green color indicates plains, forests or grasslands. Blue indicates water bodies like seas, oceans, lakes, rivers, etc. Brown color indicates mountains and hills. Next one is sketch. A sketch is a rough freehand map drawn on the basis of observation. It represents the main features of an area or a specific place. It is a drawing that is not drawn to scale. Sketches usually serve to quickly record ideas for later use. Next one is plan. A plan is a detailed and accurate drawing of a very small area on a large scale. Plans are always drawn to scale. They give a lot of information about a specific area. For example, they show even the length and breadth of rooms in a house or school to scale. Let's move to the details. Let's move to the developments in cartography. Modern mapping has come a long way from the time of Ptolemy when maps were made on paper using ink. Today we use digital maps. With the advent of computer technology, maps are now made with map making software. Cartographers get additional information from satellites which take images of the earth from space using remote sensing devices. Next, another important step is remote sensing. Remote sensing is the science and art of acquiring information about objects or area without coming into physical contact with the objects or area under study. Okay children, I hope you are followed it properly. Okay, thank you.